Cause we've been putting in the hour. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. Cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. When I was back home washing them dishes, I was just wishing I could just vision. I was gon' get it, I was on missions, I was just living. Walked in that building, we was just building, taking our time. We was just yielding, we was just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us, it won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega, probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. Hasta Luego, cop a new crib, got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors, they gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these haters. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these snakes, wait from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks, wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, better not be the one to doubt us. Cause we've been putting in the hour. We only taking what was.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Titans coming in at 0-3, going up against the Colts, who come in at 4-0. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment, we're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
Second down following the incompletion. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Yeah, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. A look at the defensive starters for Tennessee.
Jonathan Cyprien didn't have a big name coming into the league, but people know who he is now. A very fast center fielder of a safety.
Throwing on third down. Luck finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
On first down, it's Luck. For Philip Dorsett, hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it. A nickel set shown by the Titans on third down.
Thinking pass. Now Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th. Luck. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. Slot man moves right. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. As we get a glance at the starting lineup offensively, let's discuss the former Heisman Trophy winner, Derrick Henry.
He was definitely disappointed that he dropped to the second round. Only one running back went in the first. That was Ezekiel Elliott. But I think Derrick Henry has a chance to have a special NFL career. He's not just big and strong, has way better feet than he's ever been given credit for.
And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
No, check, Patriot! No, check, Patriot! Gun! Detroit!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards there on the pickup, and the Colts are going to have a first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, You take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. This will be caught at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hitting yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And tough starting field position here. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
They'll run it again with Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gault. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a loose football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They come out here in the eye. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's got room. And he'll cut it to the left side. Derrick Henry all alone. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jared Goff, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marshawn Coppridge, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, leap.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Down to the 25. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to Tennessee after this. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 30. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Derrick Henry. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at the 2. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll go with a keeper. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Jared Goff with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. And the Colts coming out now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Surveying the field. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range. All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And that's incomplete. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? What? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the 3rd quarter. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39. Here we go. Check 39. Philly, here we go. Check 24. Over. Now let's go.
The pitch to Henry. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. They come up in an offset eye. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and it's 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And they'll go on the ground. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Henry, able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
They come out here in the eye. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They come up in an offset eye. Now, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And that is incomplete. Back now in Nashville. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set. Green, 39, Philly. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. They come out here in the eye.
Set. 3-19.
Henry. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll look to throw here. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd down following the run.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Defense showing blitz. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
All week long as a defense, you game plan to stop this guy as a runner. And then when they start sneaking him out of the backfield and throwing it to him, that totally disrupts what you plan to do in the game.
On 1st down, it's Luck. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this cat, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. And they'll run it here. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Will Hill, the strong safety there to get him down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. These short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Now a first down throw, Luck. And that is incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They come out here in the eye. And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's second and goal from the 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Luck will try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they'd better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. They begin with Henry. And he'll get this. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll toss it to Henry. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They come out here in the eye. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On the counter, it's Henry. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long.